The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. One day I traveled to Berlin where the wall was. They tore it down in '89 in the name of love, but to some of us the wall still stands, and to some it never did. The problem lies not in the stones, but in the minds that build it. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. Everyone around the world all feel the same emotions. The children know what Lenin said, that all we need is love. We've glorified the intellect and sacrificed the heart. Let's blow the walls to kingdom come. We all can do our part, yeah. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. Paradise is nothing but a state of mind when there's love in your heart. Unity is waiting just around the bend. Now's the time for us to do our part. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers. The only thing that separates one people from another is the wall inside their heads when they forget we are all brothers.
I wish this virus would go away. I'm in a real-life version of Groundhog Day. I got the blues, quarantine blues. On tour in Chicago, that March day on top of the world. Things were going my way. Started hearing about a virus, a tragic ordeal. When I got back to Nashville, it was getting real. All my shows canceled left and right. Things were gonna get worse when I was leaving inside. I got the blues, quarantine blues. I got the blues, yeah, quarantine blues. I wish that virus would go away. I'm in a real-life version of Groundhog Day. I got the blues, quarantine blues. We started closing up shops, closed the schools, closed down the churches and the honky-tonks too, closed the restaurants, closed the parks, rolling up the sidewalks after dark. The biggest thrills at the grocery store, fighting over toilet paper, and then I said, Ma, I got the blues, blues. Quarantine blues. Where your dog can get a bath, but you can't cut your hair, and unless it's essential, you can't go anywhere. You better be sure when you leave your home, you're tracking every move on your cell phone. Never thought I'd live to see this nightmare called a new reality. I got the blues, quarantine blues. I got the blues, yeah, quarantine blues. I wish that virus would go away. I'm in a real-life version of Groundhog Day. I got the blues, quarantine blues. I got the blues, yeah, quarantine blues.
Woe to me, I'm undone. Unclean lips and a warrior tongue. When I'm with you, silence best becomes me. But love and flames, and I'm constrained to speak. If my eyes could see the fire that consumes me, to embrace this love and what it does to me, I need to know the unapproachable. I need to hide in arms unconditional. Becomes me, and love and flames, and I'm constrained to speak. If my eyes could see the fire that consumes me, to embrace this love and what it does to me, I need to wanna be young.
troubles and confusion. Find a meditate. Oh, get away, not to pray. Every way I'll pray. Get away, got to pray. Every sit right, close your eyes, feel your breath and rest. There, God can't solve a situation that can't be every.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Welcome to the People of Diversity. We are a multi-faith community, and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. If you would like to learn more about our multi-faith endeavor and support the pod financially, go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. More announcements will follow, so hang out and catch those. Last week we heard from Swami Shakti Durgaya, fellow Canadian, along with her musical accompaniment, another Canadian, Andrew Bentham Riley. Today we'll hear from our Baha'i representative who I visited with last night, Dean Martineau, and his musical accompaniment will be Jennifer Farron. Next weekend we have Rabbi Pat Hickman, who I also got to hang out with last night, and Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer will bring us music, who we also got to hang out with last night. Now, with all of that conversation about hanging out last night, we did our 5th anniversary for our multi-faith community as it resides within the People of Diversity umbrella. So it was a wonderful night. We got almost 0 pictures, bad media people, but we'll give you some more of that on the other side of the talk today. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
Step outside our egos and let love be our guide. So I will walk a mile in your shoes. Will you walk a mile in mine if I ask you to? For when we can respect each other, no one has to. I will walk a mile with you. I choose to comprehend, and I choose to be your friend. As we travel down this road, we can learn all we can. Each day will be brand new, with love to see us through on this path that I walk with you. Oh, I will walk beside you to better understand you. 'Cause when we can respect each other, no one has to lose. So I will walk a mile with you, and you can walk a while with me too. Oh, I will walk a mile with you. God bless you guys. I love you. Big hugs from Atlanta. Sometimes we get caught in a vicious pattern, blaming each other instead of focusing on what matters. Well, they're blaming us and we're blaming them, pointing fingers and nobody wins. Chicken Little, the sky is falling. first stone. Oh, that first stone. Oh, that first stone. They say that only God should judge, so why can't humans focus on the love? Oh, instead of that first stone. Love you guys. See you next time.
Hello, everyone, wherever you may be. I'm Dean Martineau with the Baha'i community of Melbourne, Florida, talking to the extent that I can, trying to elaborate for you the concept of humility as it's found in the Baha'i faith. I picked up a book the other day in order to talk about humility. It was a book called The Practice and Science of Humility, and it looked very good. It was very deep, very esoteric, and quite honestly, with everything else I'm trying to read and trying to do, I didn't get very far into it at all. And it occurs to me that for humility to take root in our planetary culture, three things need to happen. The first of those things is very strong teachings about it in the worldwide faith. The second would be a living example, even if that example is not physically alive, demonstrating the teachings of humility and putting them into practice in such wise that people from generations on down the line will be able to learn about it from that example. And the third thing we need is a mechanism to diffuse those teachings, that example, throughout the world and to all people of all ages. The Baha'i faith inculcates all of those items, so there's some hope that we can transform this completely humility-oriented society into one that is characterized by humility. I know that I was certainly not raised with any notion of humility, and in our society, in order to get a job, get ahead, quote unquote, get an office in an organization, you have to tout yourself and talk about how wonderful you are and about all your attributes. And this does not lead to humility. In 1868, the Baha'i community, the Baha'is, Baha'u'llah and his followers, they had already been exiled 3 times. Now they were getting ready for a final and much more rigorous exile. They were going to be exiled, as it turns out. They didn't know where they were going at first, but they found out they were going to the prison city of Akka or Akkor, I'm not sure how it's always pronounced, in what was then Palestine. It is now Israel. It was the place where the Ottoman Empire sent its worst criminals. And so life was not going to be good there. Adding to that, the clergy, with the urging of the Ottoman government, gathered the residents of that prison city of Akka before the Baha'is got there and told them that these people are vile, they are ungodly, they are against Islam, and you should shun them. I mean, they said a lot more than that. And that was the reception that the Baha'is, these exiles, received when they arrived in that prison. There's a lot of history to tell. I'll tell a little of it, but fast forward 50, how many? I figured this out. 53 years. Baha'u'llah was a prisoner, and the Baha'is, and Abdul Baha after him, his son, we're going to be talking about, was by then not a prisoner. He had not been a prisoner for some 13 years. He died then in 1921. This person that all of the population was told to revile and shun. His funeral was the biggest event known to that area. A massive assemblage of people of all walks of life, of all faiths, coming to pay homage to him, his life, and to weep and mourn their loss, because Abdu'l-Baha, primarily owing to his humility, how he put everyone else first, totally transformed the viewpoint of that prison city and its inhabitants and its government. Now, in this time, his permanent resting place, his permanent shrine is being built in the area of Akka, and the municipality of Akka is embracing this because they acknowledge that he was a citizen of that town and that he very positively influenced its life. Abdu'l-Baha simply put everybody ahead of him, and he fed the poor because there was no such thing as social welfare. He took the funds that he received as head of the Baha'i faith and used that money to feed the poor in the area. Weekly, there was a throng of people who would come knowing that they would receive, assuming they weren't panhandlers and weren't just trying to get money for nothing, that they would receive some money from him and as well as some encouragement. There are all kinds of stories. There's the story of the man who, whenever the guy would see Abdu'l-Baha, would spit on him. And Abdu'l-Baha, one day the man wasn't there, and Abdu'l-Baha said, "Where is my friend?" And finally, after about 30 years of this, the man acknowledged, after Abdu'l-Baha had paid for some medical bills for him, but of course he did it in a way that the guy wouldn't have to know that he did it because that would have humiliated him. The guy admitted publicly that Abdu'l-Baha had done nothing but good for him, and he had treated him in nothing but disrespect all those years. That's the example. Abdu'l-Baha is, as Baha'u'llah referred to him, the mystery of God, in the sense of a man who had all these divine qualities, but yet was a human being. And we cannot rise to his level of servitude, and we cannot attain to all the qualities he had, but it is our goal, it is our purpose to strive to get as close as we can. There's a really interesting passage from the writings of Baha'u'llah that discusses humility. This would probably really relate well to peoples of native background, and it should relate really well to all of us. I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to talk about this whole idea of how do we disseminate this example? How do we transform humanity so that humanity will, as a whole, will strive toward the kind of humility that Abdu'l-Baha manifested throughout his life? This passage from Baha'u'llah, he's writing to the believers, because that's who he was writing to. He says, "They should conduct themselves in such manner that the earth upon which they tread may never be allowed to address to them such words as these: I am to be preferred above you. For witness how patient I am in bearing the burden which the husbandman layeth upon me. I am the instrument that continually imparteth unto all beings the blessings with which he who is the source of all grace hath entrusted me, notwithstanding the honor conferred upon me, and the unnumbered evidences of my wealth, a wealth that supplieth the needs of all creation. Behold the measure of my humility. Witness with what absolute submissiveness I allow myself to be trodden beneath the feet of men." Now, this is the guidance of Baha'u'llah for us for this age. How do we take that guidance so that it reaches everybody? Well, we have in the Baha'i community, and increasingly being embraced by peoples of all walks of life from all places, more outside the US because they're not as materialistic as we are by and large, what we call a training institute. And the training institute has courses where we teach children, we guide adolescents, we work on teaching and guiding adults. So in the courses for children, they incorporate music and arts, and they teach lessons based on the Baha'i faith. These are all children of all places. Baha'is will generally, a family of Baha'is will be in a neighborhood, and they will invite neighborhood children to join a class like this, and they will have children's classes for spiritual education on some schedule in some place, indoors or outdoors, depending on the climate. One of the songs that they do in this course, one of the early branches of it, is based on the passage that we just read, and we're going to listen to that song now.
See the earth, it's so humble, has all God's wealth to give, everything we need to live, lets us walk on it every day. But have you ever heard it say, I am richer, greater than you? See the tree, it's so humble, the more its fruits abound, it bows closer to the ground and shares the fruit that way. But have you ever heard it say, I am richer, greater than you? Be like the earth, be like the tree, rise to the heaven of glory on the wings of humility. Rise to the heaven of glory on the wings of humility.
Imagine a world where hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of children gradually are learning this teaching, singing it, discussing it. What kind of influence that will have along with the other teachings they're learning. Another aspect of Abdu'l-Baha's humility, and this is not new essentially in a sense that, Christ taught love your enemies. Abdu'l-Baha took this a lot farther. The teaching has been sort of updated and modernized for our modern day. In his last will, which was an important document in the Baha'i faith in terms of it setting the way the faith is going to go after he died in 1921, he had a prayer that he revealed for his enemies. And this is read to us by a person who, unfortunately, she had her music a little bit too loud when she recorded this, I think. So I hope you can get it. The words are going to be on the screen, and hopefully you can hear what she's saying, because she does a very nice job of reading it. But this is Abdu'l-Baha's deepest wish for his enemies, and he had a lot of people who wished him ill and who made every effort to make his life difficult. They didn't really succeed in one sense, but they tried very hard. And so this is his prayer for those people.
This is a prayer by Abdu'l-Baha, and it was recorded in the 1925-1926 Baha'i yearbook. And it was from the last will and testament of Abdu'l-Baha. It was for his enemies. I found it profound because Christ said similar things. Abdu'l-Baha was the center of the covenant. He was the successor of Baha'u'llah. He was the interpreter of his words. He was the perfect exemplar. He was a servant of Baha. Here's how he described himself. He said, my name is Abdul Baha. My qualification is Abdul Baha. My reality is Abdul Baha. My praise is Abdul Baha. Thraldom to the blessed perfection is my glorious and refulgent diadem, and servitude to all the human race, my perpetual religion. No name, no title, no mention, no commendation have I, nor will ever have, except Abdul Baha. This is my longing, this is my greatest yearning, this is my eternal life, this is my everlasting prayer. I call upon thee, O Lord, my God, with my tongue and with all my heart, not to requite them for their cruelty and their wrongdoings, their craft and their mischief, for they are foolish and ignoble and know not what they do. They discern not good from evil, neither do they distinguish right from wrong, nor justice from injustice. They follow their own desires and walk in the footsteps of the most imperfect and foolish amongst them. Have mercy upon them. Shield them from all afflictions in these troubled times. And grant that all trials and hardships may be the lot of this thy servant that has fallen into this darksome pit. Single me out for every woe and make me a sacrifice for all my loved ones. O Lord, Most High, may my soul, my life, my being, my spirit, my all be offered up for them, O God, my God. Lowly, suppliant, and fallen upon my face, I beseech thee with all the ardor of my invocation to pardon whosoever hath hurt me. Forgive him that hath conspired against me and offended me, and wash away the misdeeds of them that have wrought injustice upon me. Vouchsafe unto them thy goodly gifts. Give them joy. Relieve them from sorrow. Relieve them from sorrow. Relieve them from sorrow. Grant them peace and prosperity. Give them thy bliss and pour upon them thy bounty. I call upon thee, O Lord, my God, with my tongue and with my heart, not to requite them for their cruelty and their wrongdoings, their craft and their mischief. Vouchsafe unto them thy goodly gifts. Give them joy, relieve them from sorrow, grant them peace and prosperity. Give them thy bliss and pour upon them thy bounty. Single me out for every woe and make me a sacrifice for all thy loved ones, O Lord Most High. May my soul, my life, my being, my spirit, my all be offered up for them, O God, my God. Lowly, suppliant, and fallen upon my face, I beseech thee with all the ardor of my invocation to pardon whosoever hath hurt me. Forgive him that hath conspired against me and offended me, and wash away the misdeeds of them that have wrought injustice upon me. Thou art the power, the gracious, the help in peril, the self-subsisting.
That is the attitude toward people, toward our worst enemies, that humanity's exemplar for this age urges and guides us to have. We won't get there, but we can strive toward it. We can apply our lives to striving toward the humility that Abdu'l-Baha manifested throughout his life. We're going to be winding down here momentarily, so I hope that you've gotten an idea or something that was helped your life and given you some guidance and encouragement. And if you're going to be around for Sunday morning after this for the deep dive, we can talk about it more. I'm going to play a video, a song that I never tire of hearing. I may have used it one other time, but this is just a nice composition I really like about Abdu'l-Baha. Gives us some inkling more about his life and the influences he had on people because of his humility and also the other attributes he manifested. But his humility was truly the means that made all of that possible. So I will be talking to some of you later, and good luck, and keep on watching.
The photograph I see comes alive so easily and tells me of a life that was so pure.
He would never turn away from anyone, and the love in his eyes is so real. He suffered all his life to show us how to be free. He could always love his enemy. And through the worst of trials, he could always smile and lift the heart of every friend up so high. Abdu'l-Baha was his name, and Abdu'l-Baha was his life. Abdu'l-Baha was his aim, his whole life a sacrifice. Abdu'l-Baha, Abdu'l-Baha. He could take the hand of a sad and lonely man and wash away his fear for a while. He could understand the secrets we defend and make it feel that living was worthwhile. Abdu'l-Baha was his name, and Abdu'l-Baha was his life. Abdu'l-Baha was his aim, his whole life a sacrifice. Abdu'l-Baha,
was his name, and Abdul Baha was his life.
Abdul Baha was his aim, his whole life a sacrifice. Abdul Baha.
His whole life was sacrifice. Abdul Baha. Abdul Baha.
Thank you, Jennifer. Amazing songs. Love your energy. Thank you for being such an ardent supporter of this project, of this endeavor, of the pod as a whole for the whole time we've been the pod. So we're grateful to have you with us. Dean has been with us from the very beginning. The Baha'i mission statement coincides with what we're doing here at the pod, and it's been a beautiful marriage this whole time. So we're very, very grateful to Dean and to his wife Judy, who we don't see very much, but she's always there. Also, we want to put a shout out to Philip Lupo and P&L Theatrics. If you have any needs, audio, visual, see the link below and they will take care of you. We had 44 people at the aforementioned 5-year celebration last night. We had some amazing music from Bob and Shannon, and just a great talk, a great conversation, a wonderful visit. Lots of old-time pod folks and some more folks just from the general multi-faith community, different churches, faiths. Rabbi Pat was there. Oracle was there. Jerry Nettesheim was there. Sue Bailey. It was a beautiful night. We had a great time, and I'll do my best to gather some pictures to share with everyone. Past services are available in 3 places: the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and the YouTube page. At the YouTube page, you can search that by playlist, either by faith or by topic. We have a deep dive following the morning services on Sunday from 11:45 to 12:15. We connect in on Zoom. The link is in the post. And come and hang out. It's a face-to-face. We get to talk, hang out. When the speaker is available, they come and we can bounce questions. It's that time after church where you kind of hang out and visit and figure out where you're going for lunch. The second service that I alluded to is on Sunday at 5:45, and that gets pinned to the top of both of the Facebook pages. Again, that YouTube, if you subscribe to our People of Diversity page, you can interact directly on that page. And there's typically someone manning that page as well as manning the Facebook premiere as well. You'll get notifications from all 3 of those places if you subscribe, join, or become a member of the People of Diversity group. Last week, our country was St. Lucia. Join us, our country this week is St. Lucia. Join us in sending some peace, joy, and happiness to this country. And together we'll say, may peace prevail in St. Lucia. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Remember, next week we have Rabbi Pat Hickman, Bob Simon, and Shannon Plummer will bring us music. And I am very much looking forward to that. They got to meet face-to-face last night as well. If you want to do tithes, donations, offerings, that can be done at www.peopleofdiversity.org. Hit the donate pay button in the middle of the page and move as you're guided. And we are grateful for all of that. We tithe locally to Interfaith United, our Thanksgiving event that we do annually here in Brevard County, and on a national level to the Interfaith Alliance. We like to end our service with a energetic healing circle. We play a beautiful Daniel Nahmod song. If you'll join us for just a quiet moment and listen to Daniel's song, and bring to your mind's eye anyone in your life who needs help, support, healing, and put them in that circle. Let's put ourselves in that circle, and let's go ahead and put some love and light out to the folks who are running this planet and give them the highest and best good guidance that we can. Have an amazing day and a great week, and we'll see you soon.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power.